Hey guys, Darth Gloric here, back with part 12 of my Divinity Original Sin playthrough. So last time, what the hell did we do last time? I don't remember, it was so long ago. I think, was it last episode that we, I think it might have been last episode that we started exploring more of Lakula Forest, but then to access, like, the other half of the map or so, or maybe more, maybe less, but to access the next big part of the map that we haven't seen, we had to go through this trial. The problem with the trial was that the guys were saying, you know, yeah, you're a little bit underleveled for it, and so, or at least that's what it sounded like to me. And so because of it, I'm like, well, crap, maybe we should go back to Hiberheim and finish exploring the last little sections of this, and then try rescuing the White Witch, possibly. So, you know, it's kind of bouncing back and forth as I try and figure out what we should be doing first. Anywho, so yeah, that's what happened last time. So, I am a little bit behind on my recordings, and so I'm actually playing this on Monday earlier, rather than getting it just uploaded today. So the plan is that I will record this, I'll get it edited, get it uploading, and then while it's uploading, I will record the part, I think it's part 20 or something, of my If My Heart Had Wings playthrough, and we'll jump into the next thing. So so most of the time I do this game in advance, and then I just have to upload it on the days that it goes up, but I am behind on my recordings. Lots of IRL things have been happening this weekend, and it's put me behind, so we are kind of playing catch up a little bit. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and explore the parts of this map that we have not seen yet. And yeah, that's the plan, and we'll see what we see. So yeah, a little bit behind. Real life stuff has been a little bit overbearing this weekend. So, well, that sounds juicy.
Must be near.
Oh, hey.
So, you have tracked me down, have you? The last hour of Act 6 strikes. He is to be undone by the devils that call themselves Immaculates. Immaculate, even though they are so very violently flawed of mind and soul. Go on, do it. I have no fight left in me.
I'm not an immaculate, Sir Imp, and I have no intention of killing you.
You're not? Could it be I finally need some sanity in this twisted realm of fairy? By all means, let us talk then, and behave like civilized beings.
What happened to you?
Things of nightmare, human. They came here, your kind, because they were promised a special stone by the king of this land. We served him loyally, our sovereign, the great Boreas. But he betrayed us. We were surrendered to the Immaculates so that they could slaughter us and fuel the stone with our blood. For what unholy purpose, I do not know. Some of us rebelled and ran. Of course we did. But they've been tracking us through the storm. We were able to fight off and even kill a couple of our pursuers. But now, I fear I am the last one left.
What can you tell me about your kind and your link to King Boreas?
You must know that we imps have wandered many a world after our escape from demon overlords in the frightful dimension of Nemesis centuries ago. After long and arduous travels through untold earths, some of us ended up here in the land of fairy. Boreas, not yet king at the time, welcomed us because he had heard of our reputation as master builders. So we built him his fortress and his prison, riddled them with the traps and trickery he desired, and in return, we were given a new home. But we mistook his ambition for kindness. In blood did we pay for our gullibility.
From the looks of it, you've had some trouble with elementals, too.
So I have. The fates must be conspiring against me. We barely managed to escape the knives of the Immaculates, only to be waylaid by elementals gone haywire. Luckily, they seemed to be as bent on one another's destruction as they were on ours. But the fact remains, I am the only one alive to tell the tale. It's all King Boreas' doing. It must be. He is the one who unleashed this storm, and he is the one behind all this elemental madness. Yes.
Tell me about the special stone you mentioned.
I thought it was naught but a pretty jewel, said to have fallen from the sky. But when they poured blood over it, the stone seemed to soak it up with a greedy thirst indeed. It's like it became alive. It teemed with energy, like looking into the eye of a dragon. She smiled her wicked smile, the leader of the Immaculates. That woman is truly evil. She delights in slaughter and rivers of blood.
Tell me more about Hiberheim.
You should have seen this land before Boreas seized power. Each and every season passed with utmost splendor. But now, there is only winter and snowstorms. The very elements have lost their minds, have come to life in terrible forms to battle one another. The land of Fairy, where fairies dwell, no more.
Have you seen a White Witch by chance?
I haven't, no. But if you're looking for her around these parts, chances are she's been dragged into the dungeons of the king. He keeps a prison from which there is no escape. I should know. I built it.
Tell me more about the Elemental Forge.
It is located in the Fire Temple, where my poor brethren were massacred, and the very place where we imps created many of the traps that litter this realm. Perhaps you met with some of our handiwork, the rats and the roosters. Inventive creations, wouldn't you agree?
Ah, those little things are your guys' doing. Anyway, I need to get into the prison. Can you help me?
Yes, I can. But I must ask a price of admission. And that price is the death of Immaculates. They are still in the Fire Temple to the north. Wipe them out, and I'll lead you to the prison.
Oh, okay. So there is another route into the prison. There's another route into the prison. So the only real question is...
That imp was among the bravest creatures I have yet met, my friend. As is the legend of Gorwyn, so the gods will honor all who heed nobility's calm call. I am sure the gods will honor Axix as they honor the highest heroes in the Hall of Echoes.
Absolutely. Anyway, so there might be multiple ways into the prison. The other possibility is that it's not, you know, multiple, but he's just gonna show me the same thing I already know. Also, what the frick is this?
I'm freezing here.
Don't know what that is, but we're gonna take it. It's very valuable. Whatever it is.
I'd trade my gauntlets for a hot drink.
Hey man, I'm sure he won't care if I go through his stuff. It's not highlighted in red, so... Interesting.
Damn these elemental fiends! How did we
Bitter chill.
ever offend
what is
fire
this?
or earth?
The maintenance tunnel leading to the prison has been rigged with deadly explosives. Several workers died on their way out after installing the traps, which underlines the efficiency of their positioning. The sentinels within the prison itself make it impossible for a prisoner to escape the cell block. Their state-of-the-art alternate activation system saves energy while still providing almost full coverage of the restricted area.
Protect me from the
So, of the sentinels that are watching, apparently there is, you know, the keyword is almost full coverage. So, you know, I imagine that means there's a route. Okay, so somewhere in the north there's a fire temple, probably over here. If we kill the Immaculates at the fire temple, Homeboy will lead us, oh look at that, there's ice on the ground, don't know if you noticed that. Anyway, he'll lead us into the temple. Now the thing is, I don't know if the same route is gonna lead us is the same one we were gonna go on, and maybe his is better or worse, I'm not sure. However, whether or not it is the same path, I don't know. I also am surprised that my boys here are not intelligent enough to not walk on the, right on the poison. They're just like walk right over it. I'm surprised that they're not intelligent enough to be like, oh, poison, avoid. But for some reason, they are not smart enough. Anywho, but I don't know if he's going to lead us on a new path or the same one we already know of. However, it does seem like a smart idea to fight them anyway, because it's easy experience, and we really can stand to level up. Oh, also, there's elementals of some kind. Ah, well, it's on the path anyway. I noticed that there's a, there's a waypoint over here, so we're going to go grab that anyway. which is what I was going to. Yeah, see, these guys are level 11, so maybe we are supposed to go this way now. These guys are below us. I don't imagine this is going to be a very long fight here, but just in case, it makes sense to take all the steps we can. We'll go wide left, I think. And we'll just have you charge into the right to the mouth of the mall. Alright, I was gonna try and get both of them, but a little hard, I would say.
No glory in this.
There's one. That's for you. Well, there you go. Air essence. Fascinating. Oh look! Right as I got there, I noticed that there's that they dropped ice as they fell. So that's neat. They have loot though. I have to go over here. Alrighty. Let's see. Grab the gold, please. Well, I almost made it off. We almost got there. I like how my companion just let me lie there. Oh, look. I passed the check early. That's nice. Alright, go around the all-consuming puddle. I don't need the steel bar. Yikes. Alright, well, here's the lava pit little checkpoint thing. We'll give it obviously a save here, and then we'll try pressing forward.
What is going on?
I can hear them arguing in the distance, but, you know. Also, our big damage dealer is stunned, so that's fun. So that's neato, because, you know, she's the one that has the cure for stun, by the way. Alright, now he's dead in one hit. How do you like that? The other guy is like 75 miles away. I think a good place to start here. Hopefully those fireballs don't actually land on my head. Alright, this way. Well, problem is there's so much stuff on the ground that, like, I don't know, I'm a little worried about, I don't know, we could do, like, something like this. And then, now we're around the other side of it. Come here, punk. You fool. Alright. You got closer. What an idiot. Hey, team, come back. I'm still stunned. I can't do anything. Wait for it. Right. Oh. Alright, hang on. We can do this so I can walk over this stuff. Quickly grab all the toys. Alright. Well, the elements have definitely gone haywire, that's for sure. Yeah, we'll get some topping off heals for the squad here. Nothing too intensive, obviously. We barely got hurt there, just, you know, we obviously want to be sitting at full health if we can help it. Oops, there we go. We want to give it a save. Other side of that fight. But yeah, even if we don't learn anything actually useful from the imp, at least killing these Immaculates up here, because we were already going to explore this stuff, so it'd be a good experience for us. Holy shoot! Luckily, Glork is immune to fire. Alright, she has to step closer. Yeah, I don't know if it's close enough for the ricochet, so we'll just do this.
You don't have a leg to stand on.
Well, he doesn't have legs at all, he's floating, but you know, his heart's in the right place. Alright. I'm not gonna bother with invisibility this time, because I don't think this fight's gonna last long enough. Especially after I shoot an icicle at this guy. Well, you know, in a perfect world. See if we scoot a little closer, if we can still do it. Nope. Can I... Well, shooting a burning damage at that guy would not be intelligent. Oh, everything's too far. I can't see him. Damn it to hell. Okay, let's get much, much closer. Alright, can I do anything useful now? Probably not. Nope. Alright, well, thanks for nothing. Okie dokie. Now we're just trying to play catch up to get in range so I can do anything to him. Out of sight. Obviously. Can I see him now? Well, it doesn't matter. I don't have enough AP to do anything. Okie dokie. So far, so good. Go around the fire, please. Actually, Glork's immune to burning. That was kind of a waste. Back here. Don't have the AP, obviously. Well, at least I can kind of see him now. I guess that's an improvement, right? Hey, look, he's frozen. There we go. There's a lot of turns for an enemy that was obviously not going to be difficult. The only real problem was the fact that I was just trying to catch him. Yeah, that's such a pity. Alright, whatever. I'm sure it won't kill me. Alright. There's lots of the fire essences and stuff. That's something. Alright, several of us need little top-offs here.
Back on my feet.
And
I feel better already.
actually, the rest of us are actually okay. I wish my throat would like kindly piss off. I hear voices. That's probably the Immaculates up ahead, I imagine. I imagine. Anywho. Alright, here we go. So. Ooh, that was spicy. Aha! Goodbye, Enchanter Man. Grab that. And that. There's enough of these guys now that, you know, taking at least a little bit of caution seems like a wise move this time. Maybe having him sneak down this way might be a pretty okay plan. Alright, then our brochacho here is gonna charge right into the lion's den. Can't hit both, so. Hello, fools. Up. Another good one. Alright. Maybe some fire to heat things up.
Feel the burn.
Ooh, that was spicy. Good shot, Scarlet. Well done. Ah, burned to death. Whiff. That's right. Gloric's still tanking, so he's still really doing his job, to be honest with you. So it's not even that bad. Wow, with the spicy revive, huh? Interesting. Wow. Gloric is just getting pummeled. All the status effects in the world. Alright, let's try this, shall we? That was a pretty good wounded on at least some of them. Right. Now I think. Let's see, maybe the boulder could be good. I don't know if he's dead or still alive in there, but.
Behold the power of vengeance.
Burned to death, haha.
Now you will know the reach of my
Oh,
power.
he blocked the second one, he survived. Sad face. Wow. Poor Gloric, dude, just getting bullied. Right. Deal with that. Aw. Finish him. Thank you. I don't know how the... Oh, maybe I killed the guy that was controlling the wolf, so maybe the wolf is... Oh no, maybe he's on his own team now? Weird. Don't know why he got to move on my turn, but whatever. Alright. Let's see here. That's good damage. Let's see here. We can at least remove some of his stuff, huh? Maybe?
My blood turns to ice within my veins.
He's out of moves already.
Feeling trapped.
Right. Huh. I'm not sure whose team he's on. He's highlighted in green, so maybe he's on my team now, possibly. Alright. Yeah, there we go. We can get a spicy backstab. Ooh, that was good.
As good as a new penny.
Oh, there we go. The wolf's on team good guy now. Maybe he was only being tamed because of that other guy was alive, and after I killed him, he's no longer a problem. Alright. Well, that went really well, huh? Let's see. I imagine I've... Yeah, I was about to say, I imagine I've probably already read it. Healing potion. And another imp.
A stitch in time, eh, friends?
Not a lot to say, I guess. Explosive arrow. Alright, same one. Alright. There's another healing potion. And some gloves, a bow, magical armor potion. Interesting. Alright. Don't worry, Gloric, I did not forget about you. He's finish off his own health with that. There we go. That gets our boy to full, and I think everyone else is okay. Yeah, everyone else is good. Alright. We'll give it a wee save here, but these Immaculates are dead, so I don't know if that means I could run back and be like, hey man, I did it. Or if I can just run through here, I'm not sure.
This entire place is splattered in blood.
Someone must really dislike wolves.
It's true. Interesting. Still don't know what that's for. Okay, we have many things to do. Like, I don't know what this... A magical heart filled with the forges of the dwarf lands whose wind-blown flames can never be extinguished. Maybe it's something to do with that fancy forge, maybe? This goes to Bear Daughter. And can identify that. Okay. I can hear the imp like wailing in pain down below. They're 27 with no bonuses. Alright, let's see. I don't imagine there's anything too spicy here. Yeah, okay. Gloric. 74. His is movement, but it does add armor. And yeah, it's a lot better than that. And then these are 27 with no bonuses. His, I would say, are still, yeah, a lot better. Speed and sneaking, which sneaking is not useful, but speed could be good. But obviously that is a, although they actually are strength boots, funnily enough. It is, plus their armor's less, so yeah, I mean, they're legendary boots, but they're not better than what he has, I don't think. Okay, now, let's see here. So his is doing much more. Chances at slowed status, it adds a whole bunch of HP. Maybe it's better than this one, though. So, ooh, well, hang on a minute. It's also unbreakable. Damage is higher though, and this other one gives him HP. This one's unbreakable, which is good, and it sets only a 10% chance it sets stun, but this other one has a 20% chance it sets slowed for 2 turns. Adds more health, it does more damage. For some reason, this other one's value is much higher, but I would assume that's because it's unbreakable, and probably not else. And I don't ever use that head vice thing ability that technically it gives you, so I would say this one is better than that one. I would say. But, you know, I also ain't an expert. And the rest of these kids can't use this because they're strength boots, funnily enough. His is better, I would say. Alright, now Bear Daughter, what? Okay, yeah, she's already wearing ones that give her statuses, so. think we need to top at this guy just so he'll simmer down.
Another human here to end me. Away with you, damned Reaper! Take your scythe to grain, not my soul!
What happened to you?
The bane of all life-loving souls. Maniacs and their gods. The humans, they wanted Lord Boreas's great starstone, so they fashioned him a staff, the elemental staff. It makes him king, for it dethroned his brothers. So glad was he with power, yet another bane, that we were given to the humans and their knives. Stone of stars, stone of blood, accursed be.
What can you tell me about Boreas?
In his castle, in the dungeon, the fortress we built him, all he longs for is eternal winter. A season of pain and imprisonment everlasting.
I'm afraid I must leave you.
Fear not like I must. Away, damned Reaper, away! Oh!
Right. Well, it was his time and all that. I still don't know if I have to go all the way forward here. I would assume this is booby-trapped, right? I'm assuming these sentinel things are gonna, like, fry me, you know, they're gonna fry me like a chicken. So we're gonna give this a save, but, because I think that, I mean, I don't know if more Immaculates are up ahead, and if there are, then if there are, I assume those count, and the imp wants them dead before he'll tell us anything. But maybe not. Maybe this is the booby-trapped bridge thing, and I would have to turn around and go, I mean, maybe I could turn around now that just that first group is dead, but I assume that this whole thing is the lava temple, and the, you know, like, whatever, the fire temple, and at the very end, there's a big group of Immaculates, is what I assume. So, you know, time will tell. But, you know, follow the imp bodies, as it were. It's not that hard to follow the path. You know what I mean? Heaven knows. There's an imp body up there, but... Oh, I can reach it from there. Didn't expect that. Alright. I know I just saved it, but... that was before I picked up that gold. And I worry this fight might be pretty intense. Alright. Oh, I see something shiny in the distance.
Soon enough, my Immaculates.
Oh,
Your conduit will raise
I hear
you
talking.
to the fire.
Sounds a hell of a lot like the conduit. Alright,
Our link to the next
here we go. One last save,
Never mind the last. Stones
and then we're charging ahead. Let's go.
Yes, it's power. Ah, Source Hunter.
Ah, there she is.
I had so hoped to avoid meeting you here. But perhaps we were bound to face one another. Your kind have long interfered with mine, after all. You must think me quite the villain, mustn't you? The things you've seen. Without the proper context, I can imagine it's all quite shocking. Horrific, even.
What exactly is the context for mass genocide? I would love to hear that.
And I suppose you must have pictured me, some bloodthirsty mad woman, intent on what, I wonder? Power? Gold? Chaos for its own wild sake? The truth is rather less simple than the imagination would conceive.
So many imps have been slaughtered at your command. So many innocent lives lost.
Surely, the sight of a bit of blood doesn't turn your stomach, Source Hunter.
Definitely not.
No, I imagine you've become more than accustomed to such things.
Definitely not. I love the sight of blood. Totally on board.
If only my dear Immaculates took the same approach to our great work. But it seems all too often that only the most vicious of them rise up to the required tasks. All the same, these deaths were necessary. Soon enough, the pain they suffered, and pain you have suffered, Source Hunter, will be washed away, cleansed. This is my promise to all of Rivellon.
What could the point of this death and destruction possibly be?
Death. I've nearly forgotten the meaning of the word, what it means to most. But I am no monster, Source Hunter. Like you, I have seen the living snatched so senselessly from this world. And I have mourned. But I have also discovered that weeping was senseless. Like infants, we squall, clinging to a day that is not ours to keep. Now that I know the truth, I am free. What you see as slaughter is in fact a dispassionate process. I take no more pleasure in this so-called destruction than a wave takes in the flood. What I do must be. I wish you could understand.
What use have you of bloodstones?
You know as well as I the enlightening capacity of these stones, Source Hunter. I've heard tell that you've been zapping the life from precious star stones, and that you are bolstered by the power within them. Your experiences are unique in all of Rivellon's history, but you are hardly the only player in this story. As Starstone enlightens you, its child, Bloodstone, enlightens something of my own creation.
The Immaculates call you the conduit of the goddess. Which goddess would demand such barbarism?
Barbarism. Quite a chauvinistic term to apply to something one hardly comprehends, isn't it? But I will concede, the power I intend to bring to bear upon Rivellon is no more divine than your boot. We are free agents, Source Hunter, all of us, and we owe no higher power our blood or our flesh. I have posed as a priest in service of a truth greater than any goddess could hope to be.
The Void Dragon. Are you the one compelling it closer?
So you have seen it? Yes, it's as I thought. You and I have more in common than you think. You know as well as I that the Void is coming. In fact, if I'm very precise, it's already here. But you needn't be afraid. The Void is ourselves. We are destined to rejoin it.
What sort of creation do you mean?
Tut-tut, Source Hunter. You and I both know I could hardly trust you with such information. Though if you continue stomping around in my wake, you're sure to understand soon enough.
I'll not see another innocent lost to your campaign of death. This ends now.
And here I believed I was starting to reach you. My foolish optimism bears yet another disappointment. But I do believe we agree on one particular point, Source Hunter. This does indeed end now.
Don't know why I was Gloric.
Your conduit calls. Your ultimate purpose. Heed
Yeah.
the void's call. Offer
Those are
your
large.
souls to the demons that beckon you.
Charming of Astarte to send her scouts upon
Just
you,
level
but no
20,
matter.
good God.
The Bloodstone is mine, and the witch cannot be saved.
Okay, I was about to say, I don't assume we're actually fighting her. She's probably, yeah, she was level freaking 20, so. So, you know, fight for your lives. Obviously, the usual strategy. Wolgraf needs some serious help, dude. He's like the least useful on the whole team. By a long shot. He needs like way better daggers or something. I don't know. It's just like his damage is always unimpressive, even when he does backstabs and stuff. His damage is very unimpressive. I didn't really expect the knockdown, TBH. Oh, we almost got one. Alright, I don't know if these guys are made out of fire, but we are in the fire temple, so I would wager they probably are, you know, they probably wouldn't care if I hit them with that. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little too close for that. Alright, maybe we will just do the safe bet then. Something like that. Let's see. Alright, I think we'll save the rest. Take that, pal. Whiff. Oh boy. That was a desecration. Right. It might surprise you to learn that they're all going after my spellcaster. Oh ho, take that. Alright, you can handle this guy up top, hopefully.
Meet your demise.
Okay. Alright, we could just pop invisibility right away. We also could try and slug it out a little bit.
Seven, have mercy on your soul.
Okay. Alright, let's try to at least maybe stun him. Not stun. Maybe frozen?
Freezing touch!
Ah, well. Those were the try. Ow. Ow. Alright. I don't think we have, yeah. Useful as usual. Oh, there we go. Heyo. He like burns away.
Another starstone, another piece of our...
Another starstone, another piece of ourselves.
Bless the seven! I am restored!
Perverted toward Leandra's will. She got interrupted by her own
As good as a new penny!
healing thing, because we're standing in blood, I think. Anyway, let's see here.
These stones may be valuable to us, but they are not us ourselves. Leandra cannot stop us from hunting her down.
Let's see.
Nothing Leandra might do could shake our identities. We are source hunters. Our job is to destroy that which would harm Rivellon.
Yeah, nice try. She can't stop us.
I feel a great sorrow for the Red Woman. She seems to seek right doing, but her means are bloody and terrible. When she realizes her mistakes, her suffering will be great.
Let's see. I can totally see both sides of this argument, which is the problem. Oh, right. Not a reading one. Her suffering will be a tiny mote in the storm of misery she's caused. Let her suffer. Let her feel what she's forced so many others to endure. Indeed, Bear Daughter, don't waste your kindness on this monster. Intentions mean little when they're a culmination of death and destruction.
Her regret would mean so little to you, Source Hunter? How strange. In your position, I would hope that those I hunted would realize their errors, even if it were too late to change them. But you and I are very different. Your world is not my own.
Oh. Right. Anywho.
I feel better already.
Upside, there's lots of blood to walk on for health. Oh, hang on there. He actually had stuff. Hang on, let's get right in the middle and then collect all of it, shall we? Force field bypass spell. Huh. I wonder if that's a force field I've already seen or a force field that I will see soon and I'll need to pass. Get that. I mean, we can grab all of it. Send that to Bear Daughter. Yeah, no thanks. Guess we'll take that, but I don't think it'll be useful. What's this? Oh. Weird. Maybe... Weird. Maybe... Huh. Elemental Forge. Weird. Okay, I looked it up to see what you can do with this. Apparently, it's part of a quest after we beat the big old bad Winter King Boreas guy, which I didn't actually know that we would fight him because I actually don't think I've ever fought him on my own. I think that is actually something new. However, or at least I don't remember it. We'll see if I get closer. Anyway, so it's part of a main quest. It's part of a quest for that stuff. However, apparently there is one other use. Apparently, if you can find the weresheep and you get weresheep wool, apparently you can grab that and then something else and make weresheep armor. Apparently, which is interesting. I didn't know that. Anyway, love that. Also fell over, which is super awesome. While we're waiting for me to stand back up, I'm gonna look up the whole weresheep thing. Okay, we're back. So I looked up the whole weresheep thing.
Too cold to concentrate.
Apparently the weresheep, you can only access that stuff at the very end of the, like towards the end of the game once you have like done Phantom Forest stuff. And considering I don't even know where that is, I know I've never gotten there, so we don't have to worry about it yet. But once we have access to Phantom Forest and we know what that is, then we'll know that we can do weresheep stuff. So, don't worry about it. Alright. I guess we can go talk with the imp and see what, if he can give me some advice on how to get inside. Now, keep in mind, we already knew a way inside. I just don't know if this will be more useful or less useful or what. But we can talk to him. Hey, bro. Oh, I missed.
If there is anything I can do to help you slay all Immaculates, pray state it.
Let's see here.
Trade my gauntlets for a
I need to find a way into the prison. Can you help me?
Yes. The deed has been done. I can sense it. The Immaculates here have been given a taste of their own bloody medicine, and admission to the prison is yours. Now then, Boreas can magically transport himself in and out, but there is a physical path as well. Go where I put a mark on your map. You'll find a stone golem's head there, in whose mouth a secret entrance to a tunnel can be found, if you dig for it. Once inside, tread with the utmost care. Explosive devices have been placed all over, part of a sadistic game Boreas enjoys playing. Prisoners think they found an escape, only to be blown to bits in the dark. Yet, through this maze of mines, you must maneuver if you want to reach the prison.
Okay, so he did give me the same exact location. Good lord. He did give me the same exact location as the, as stuff I already knew about. I'm just gonna teleport away. I don't have time to fall over again. What's the name of this one? Castle entrance. That's the one I was thinking of. That's alright. It's probably a little closer, but it's not that much closer. Anyway, so yes, he does give you the same exact location. So, honestly, really, like, obviously we helped the big old serial killer ogre guy, and he gave us the same location. But if you were trying to do, obviously most players, I imagine, are probably not, like, yay, bad guys, like I am. And for most people that are genuinely, usually make good decisions in games, like they're generally good guy people, unlike myself, they probably would be like, oh, hell no, I'm not helping that ogre guy, forget that. And then they would, and then later on they would discover the imp, and he would tell them,
our trusty shovel, the hatch.
Anyway, and
May
then,
it lead us to the prison like we were told.
Sure will, guys. Anyway, and yeah, so I imagine most players would not help the serial killer ogre guy, and then they would help the imp, and he would tell them how to get there, and so there's another non-evil way to get there too. Now again, we already knew this, but it was still worth it because we got lots of good experience from killing the Immaculates there, and we're gonna need to get right back over there once we defeat the Winter King, and I guess we take his staff or something. And so we're gonna need that forge later, I suppose, so, Arrowhead. So, it certainly wasn't a waste of time. Also, hey, I don't need that. Drop. Okay, also, I forgot, we have loot to look at. Send that to Bear Daughter. Okay, obviously no one is gonna use a crossbow, but it's obviously very shiny here, so it'll be good to sell. Okay, so there is a staff to look at, and not much else to look at. Alright, what was the staff? No, not even close, dude. I mean, like, it's unbreakable, and so obviously this thing's value is much higher, but, like, mine is better in every way. Like, its damage is way higher. I mean, this other one is unbreakable and has a chance for knockdown, but mine gives me HP. I mean, just really on the damage front alone, mine is better. So yeah, no way. Value's higher doesn't mean it's better. Alright, then we did pick up some... What was the other thing we picked up? Some bracers. Yeah, but they're just 27 with no benefit, so I can already tell you that's not useful. No one uses a shield in my party. So yeah, we can just organize this. Okay. Alrighty then. Send that to Bear Daughter. And we have to watch out. Oh, scroll. We have to watch out, of course, because apparently this place is crawling with explosives. Which no doubt we will learn once I set them off. No doubt.
What trickery is this?
All at once,
It's vanished.
Morgoth blocks your path
And yet...
and hands you a note. Beware, mines by the dozens.
Yes, thank you. The hell was that? We discovered a hatch buried in front of the Great Golem's head, now to find out where it leads. The Imp of Hiberheim was sacrificed to create... The Imp of Hiberheim was used to create a giant bloodstone, a crime of enormous proportions. Even more worrying is to imagine of what dark end the bloodstone could now be turned. Let's see... Okay, and then Sam had said to access the village by joining... Okay, that one's not new. Okay. Now the question is that reveal spell. What do you think that was for? Oh, well, it is a force field bypass spell. So I imagine, you know, I mean, hell, maybe that was it. Maybe if you discover this path first, if you don't have the spell, maybe, because she was talking about that something was there and it vanished. I didn't even notice it. But I don't know, I might have noticed something that maybe that looked like a solid wall before. So maybe that was it. Maybe you just carry the spell and then that wall part vanishes and then you're good to go. I don't know, but maybe. However, I'm more curious about the chest behind me, but there's no way it's not a trap, right? So... Okay. Now, we're just gonna get real careful here.
My kingdom for a dry shot!
Alright, easy, people. Falls over immediately. Alright, well, I don't have time to wait for her to stand back up, so... Alright, you guys stay here and contemplate your lives. Huh. Seems a little too easy. Weird. There's a lot of good stuff in there. And there's no traps. Hey guys, I'm back. Can you believe it was literally that easy? I just fully expected there to be some kind of tomfoolery here. Alright, hey man, I need you to send this to Scarlet. Also, hey, Ice Elemental, that's really exciting. Send that to, send it all to Scarlet, because she's the main person here. So, send all of that to her. And I don't think yeah, I was about to say I don't think so. Okay, so, things to do. First, we got some boots that 32, immunity to crippled, strength boots. Okay, those might be good. And a dagger. Man, I hope that's good. Man, I hope it's good. Like, Wolgraff is just like the least useful on the whole party by a landslide. So, I mean, yes, he's mostly useful for the pickpocketing and like the trap detection and stuff like that. But his use in battle, let me rephrase, his use in battle so far, I'm not overly impressed. And I imagine I would find it far more useful on a battle perspective only to carry like Medora, you know what I mean? Because she's really, really powerful, and so much like Gloric is when he's in full swing. And so it's like in battle, I think it'd be much more useful to carry her to help bodyguard, you know, like Scarlet, who's doing all the spells and stuff. You know, I think that'd be more useful, but Wolgraff has other uses, and I like him more, and so it's like, you know, it's a little hard to say. Okay, so this one, immunity to crippled, is really cool. It gives me more HP. There is a little bit of reduction to armor. However, it gives me more resistance of some kind, but the immunity to crippled is great, and more HP is great, and I think that's worth sacrificing 6 armor for, to be honest, so I actually think that is better. So our boy can get some new boots. That's good. That's great. And then I don't think there was anything too insane otherwise. Oh yeah, it was the dagger. That was the other really good thing we picked up. Okay. Is it better? Not better than that one. I mean, that other one has a lot of stuff. I mean, yeah, it has like way more things going on. However, maybe it's better than his other side one, maybe? Maybe. I mean, it doesn't add fire damage, but it does have more piercing damage. There's a chance to set diseased. I'm not sure it's better, though. I mean, its value is way higher, but I don't know why. Is disease just a better trait? Its piercing damage is higher, but there's also no fire damage. And for his dagger that he's holding, it adds more fire damage. So against, obviously, enemies that are not, you know, that are not immune to fire, I feel like that's more useful. And setting them on fire is nice. Now, diseased is good, too. I don't know. I don't know if it's better. Its value is much higher, but is that just because its rarity is higher? Or is it because it's actually better? I don't know. Its attack is the same. It's a much higher level. It's probably about the same, but I mean, if nothing else, maybe I guess you're sacrificing maybe that fire damage for 5% of a 5% increase to setting some kind of status, you know? Because technically it's only a 10% chance of burning, but a 15% chance of diseased, right? So maybe on that front, well, it also has a 2% higher chance, which maybe for him is good, right? Because you're also sacrificing that fire damage for a 2% increase to chance, which I imagine that's what, like chance for critical hit or something, right? Or something, I would assume. Oh, well, yeah, it's even under the critical tab, so it's increases his chance for critical hits, right? So that's really good, because that's one of the only reasons he's actually, you know, that's like one of the most useful things for him. So I would say it's actually probably worth it. Probably. And it is, technically it's a long dagger. I know it looks like a sword. It absolutely looks like a sword. But technically, supposedly, according to its name, it's a long dagger. So that should still be fine. Anyway, yeah, so, you know, I think that's better. If nothing else, the increased to critical hit chance is great, because that's his claim to fame. So that makes sense. Okay, beautiful. Let's give it a save, and then we'll try to figuring out how to navigate the minefield. Now, option A is we could try tiptoeing through it. Option B is we could blow it up, and we could just try clearing it slowly that way. I don't know. It depends on how many there were. I'm more tempted to try and sneak to just walk past them, because they are easy to see now, you know, and my companion should be smart enough. Hopefully, it's just this path, you know.
It looks strange.
What do you mean strange?
Are my eyes fooling me?
You mean like the very high number of mines in front of me? I don't think that's in your head. Alright. Man, I hope some of these guys don't set off these explosives.
It's a mirage.
Oh, it's an ooze barrel. Not like a loot barrel. There's a mushroom. Bear daughter? And she says mirage, but I'm not totally... I mean, like, is the mines a mirage? I don't know what she's talking about. I'm just very, very carefully, nice and slowly. There's no hurry here. Alright, the wand is worthless. None of us use a wand. The sarong could be good, though. If that's how you say that. Fire resistance and HP. Drops a little bit less in HP, but the fire resistance is much higher. Which I'd say was worth it. Fire is a very common element to use against me. I feel like that's a decrease in his. Initiative and HP. But initiative is really good on her, though, I feel like. Fire and poison resist. Poison resistance is again, a really common one. Is that better than giving him flat HP? I don't know. I can't tell if it's better. I mean, the value is much higher, but is that just because technically she's using a level 7 of some kind? On a stats basis, I don't know. It might be worth sacrificing 3 HP to give her some fire resist. Fire is really common. Alright, I think that's probably worth it, I feel like. It's only a little bit of HP. Yeah, see, look, it goes from 1132 HP to 1137 HP. That's the only difference. We're talking 5 HP here. Like, you know, to give her 5% more fire resist, right? And I feel like that's worth it. I'd say that's worth it. Alright. Let's go and give it a save, because so far it's going well. And navigating the minefields is a stressful thing. No doubt, as you can imagine. So she said Mirage here. Maybe the reveal spell's referring to that, but is it better to go around? I feel like going around probably has more mines. Maybe if you have the reveal spell, you can get through this shortcut as well? Maybe it doesn't look like this?
Our enemies have laid a trap.
What trap?
Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap.
Okay, so there's some mines near here. On the outskirts. Oh, boy. Right. Alright, easy, easy, easy. Sorry, I got nervous. I got nervous. Alright. Pause on the stairs, family. Pause on the stairs. Okay, I had to charge through. I didn't want that static cloud to get me all stunned or whatever it would do. Alright. Is there more? Or are we there? I think we're there. I think we might be okay. Oh, look at that. Oh boy. Feels like we're climbing into Mount Doom or something. Alright, well we did just save it, but at the same time. That was before I picked up that scroll. Technically. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever... I mean, I think I have, because I think I've been farther than this. But we're getting pretty close to the point where, like, you know, obviously you can do things in a different order. So it's like because here's what I don't remember. What I don't remember is if I was as conscious about my level, like, for this playthrough, like, for YouTube, as I did in previous tries. That's what I don't remember. Because I know I've seen what's past that path of, like, the trial path that allows you to get to the other part of that map, like the Goblin Village and the big spiders and all that crap. I know I've seen that stuff, but like a lot of this stuff, like breaking into the dungeon, I don't totally remember, and so I'm just not positive. Like, did I try and go through there? I also know for sure I failed that first test of knowledge before. I know for sure I failed that. And so, I don't know. I'm not sure what order I've done things in, you know what I mean? So, but we're getting, I feel like, fairly close to the point where I'm less and less sure by the hour. Let's put it that way. It's more and more likely that there's things that we're seeing that I haven't seen. Now, this is familiar. I remember being in here, so I have seen this.
Looks like we found the prison, all right. The White Witch must be around here somewhere.
If she hasn't been tortured to death in this hellhole.
Mate, over here, mate.
I hear you, little rat. Calm down. Oh, look at that. There's a hole.
A word in your ear, mate.
I can't. You best get your ass closer.
A word in your ear, mate.
His sad face. Alright. I can't reach you, rat. So I'll talk to you when I'm on the outside. Oh, look at that. It's silent inside this cave. I don't know why. Or it's, you know, inside the dungeon. I don't know why. Alright, hey, Mr. Man?
Alright, mate? Yeah?
Who might you be?
I'm Tyler, mate. What's your name, Sunshine? Ain't Rat Killer, is he?
Right, thank you. Can I... Yeah, for some reason the sound is, like, muted. I don't know why. It's not me. I didn't do anything. Iron ball. I don't know if this is... Oh, frick. Not what I wanted. Hang on. Gotta go over here. I was trying to go to read and I missed. Great, I drop it. Okay. So the music's still here. The sound effects have vanished. I don't know why. Here's hoping they return in time, because it feels a little weird without them. Alright, let's see. Some of these, you think these are useful? No. A little hard to see too with all the crap appearing on screen. Okay. Okie dokie. Right. Alright then. On ahead we go. I'm having a flashback. I think these things are like statues, and I think they like just annihilate you. I also should have given him this thing before he did that. Also, it didn't appear to have worked. Maybe they're on to my strategy. Alright, let's scoot that back around here. Alright, we made our way into King Boris's dungeons. All that remains now is to locate Icara herself.
Intruder spied.
Right. I told you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, I'm aware. Anyway. So yeah, I told you I feel like that those things annihilate you. Told you. I knew I remembered that. Right. Okie dokie then. We'll try that again.
Looks like we found the prison, all right. The White Witch must be around here somewhere.
If she hasn't been tortured to death in this hellhole.
Oh, hey, the sound's back.
Back on my feet.
Oh, that's nice. Man, you just don't forget how much you appreciate the sound till it's gone, you know what I mean?
I think I'll stay off that particular device.
Why? Don't be so boring.
Alright, mate? I'm...
Alright, obviously we did all this stuff. I'm just, you know. Oh, I'm so happy to have the sound back. It was just so deafeningly quiet, you know what I mean? Oh, now we have to go through that whole animation thing again. That's annoying. That's annoying. Alright. Well, this time we're gonna give this a save, obviously. Alright. Now, once we've saved this, we'll click on this, we're gonna hide that. Okay, now, Gloric, send that to Wolgraf, please. Okay, I'm gonna separate him from the clan. Wait for these stupid freaking recipes to get off my screen. Thank you. I'm gonna save it now because, just so we don't have to go through all that again. Alright, we're gonna try a few things here. First thing we're gonna try is invisibility. We'll obviously pop this first. Alright, down here it did go off this time. Last time I tried it, none of that went off. We'll see if this works. I half expected not to. Oh. Well, look at that. Just like that, kiddies. Alright, stay here. Poof. See? That's one of the reasons we keep around Wolgraf, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, maybe he's not the most useful in battle, but... I mean, obviously he has other uses. You know? So, really, that's like the best reason to keep him around right there. I don't know what that does. It just felt like the right thing to do. Alright, let's give that a save, obviously. So I don't have to do that again. Well, there you go. That's the best reason to carry a Wolgraf right there. Not amazing in battle, but boy, he has a lot of other good uses. Oh, there's more of them. Drat. But only over there, though, you know? In this regular part, I'm not so sure. I mean, we could try to get to those chests. Again, don't expect this to work. I don't care what's in it. Look at that. Totally worked. Well done, Wolgraf. Alright, send that to Scarlet. Same. And that one to Bear Daughter. go. Well done, buddy. Alright. So... wand is useless, but we have a new belt, a new armor, and a new robe. A couple new armors, actually. Yeah, 62, but there's no bonuses, so definitely not better. And a new belt. Poison resistance and HP, which is good, but I always prefer to give that stuff to frontline people, like him. Initiative is good, and HP is good. There's more HP and poison resist, which is not bad, but I feel like initiative does seem important. I'm not positive what initiative does. That could be okay, but I really feel like this stuff for him. No, but his gives him lockpicking though, which is kind of one of the biggest reasons I need him. So now hers, that is what she's carrying. It's just better, so I guess we'll give that to her. Just because that's exactly what she's using, but it's just better. So okay. And oh, there was some armors, but they weren't special at all. So I'd be really surprised if they were anything useful. Yeah, they're good armored and stuff, but like they're not better than what I'm using with all their special stats. Okay, we can sort this, and then we need to top off Bear Daughter's health because she gained more. Lovely. All right, we're going to very carefully. All right, before we get all the way over here, now let's give it a save, so we don't have to do all that again, and we'll see what's ahead of us. We'll see how painful this is gonna be. Alright, here we go. Oh, hey, it's Aru.
It seems the Winter King has woven ice too rare and powerful for mere fire. Source Hunter, you have found us. Here she is at last. Icara. Oh, but look at her. She has been encased in ice so unyielding that none of my spells melt even a fraction of its surface. You find me at a loss. I admit it. For I've no idea what sorcery, or dare I say it, sorcery, will set her free.
Get it? Anyway, there has to be a way to set Icara free.
Like I said, so far my attempts at rescuing her have been about as effective as trapping a robin's shadow. No, I believe that if we want to free Icara, we'll have to find the one who imprisoned her in the first place. This frost-touched magic isn't Leandra's doing. It has Boreas written all over it. The Winter King did this to her. So the Winter King's the key.
Ah. We have finally found Icara, but she's encased in a block of impenetrable ice that would take the power of a sun to melt. Where we'll find such a thing remains a mystery.
There she is. The White Witch. A prisoner in ice.
I wonder what sorcery, or worse, sorcery, we'll have to use to get her out.
Yeah, nice try. Yeah, nice try, Gloric. Arhu already made that pun.
With this incantation, we can pass the force field that bars the way into the castle.
High time for an audience with King Boreas, I say.
Oh, that. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I'm all about it. I'm with it. I get it.
There must be a way.
Yeah. No, there is, Aru. I know where to go. Hang on. The castle entrance. Like, it's so obvious. Like this. Right here. Right here. There must be a force field right there. That must be what that spell's for. And I didn't open the spell, and obviously I did it in there. It's like, it's so obvious. So obviously the king, where would a king be? In the castle. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. It's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, we're good. They're not above our level, which is what I really care about, so. All right. And we'll do this. Something like that, I guess. Let's see, it's 6 to do that, or 4 to do that. Ah, look at that, I hit both.
Eternal
Take that.
awaits you.
Alright.
Die, vermin!
You feel that? Nerd. Alright, you sissy boy, it's your turn. Oh, he's like, oh, I didn't even know you were there. Yeah, Wolgraf took that blow for the rest of the squad. For, I guess, Glorix, so that was worth it. Aha! Alright. Let's see here. Oh, hey, Wolgraf and... Oh, we all leveled up. Alright, this way, this way. Okay. Level up for everybody. Alright, we obtained a scroll from one of Leandra's personal guard that details the incantation needed to gain entry to King Boris's castle. We're as good as in now. It's true. Alright. Now, ability points here. So, let's see. I was about to say, that's the obvious one. So, Witchcraft or Geomancer is really the only real question here. Let's see. Witchcraft or Geomancer? Witchcraft, because I don't really know, so it doesn't make a difference. Beautiful. Alright, and then for our boy. Alright, obviously going something defensive could make total sense. He already has maxed out dual wielding and maxed out men-at-arms. So that seems obvious. Okay, yeah, something defensive, I think. So let's see, we could go armor. Now this one, it decreases the movement penalty for heavy armor, which is good because that is his thing. He wears the biggest armor and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and go armor specialist for our boy here. That gets him to a level 4 armor specialist, so that's pretty spicy. Just Grando. Okay, and then for Bear Daughter, she already has the max of the bow. Actually has maxed out marksman as well. Let's see here. Lore Master, that's obvious. She's the one that's doing all that for us. Okay. Then for our boy, we already have max dual wielding. Max Scoundrel. Let's see. Ooh, lockpicking. Again, because that is his deal. Okay. Lovely. Okay. Alright, so that gets us to what? Level 13? Hang on, we can do this. Yeah, so that gets us to level 13 now, so that's nice. Alright. Now, I imagine we'll be facing another wave as soon as we piss off the next group of sentinels, I imagine. That's nice. It's not surprising at this point, you just sort of have to just muscle your way through it and just get it over with, you know? You just have to muscle through. We'll get there, don't you worry. We'll get there in time. Maybe if I walk? That might be a thing. Maybe don't try running and just try walking. Oh, look at that. That's fine. I figured out how to navigate ice now. You just do it slowly. Alright. I feel like going this, because I feel like this guy will be one of the easier kills than these two in the back, so. Otherwise, I think we'll just aim at the same guy again. That was good. And then otherwise, I think he'll just... Get him, homeboy. Alright. Maybe we're gonna line him up in front of Scarlet, because that way if someone shoots at Scarlet with like an ice spell to freeze her, hopefully he can take the hit. And if they don't, then it's fine because he's invisible. So, but if they do, that'll be useful, methinks. Feel that, huh?
On your soul.
Aha! Look at that. That was spicy. Ah, she got frozen because it was the other guy. I knew they were gonna aim for her, obviously. Everyone does.
I've got the prey in my sights.
That salvo ability is so good. If you are shooting at just like one target, like that's the way to do it. Alright.
Bitter chill.
Yeah, well, deal with it, my guy. It is what it is. Oh. You think there's gonna be actual ice? Or like fire? No.
That force field looks impassable.
Nothing stops a source hunter. We'll find a way yet.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We already know the way. We'll click on it in a second, but we're just gonna... Yeah, we could top off. We also could go sell our stuff, technically. If I was worried about things, but... I do think we'll be okay.
Good as a new penny.
And we'll save it first if we're not okay, so... Either way.
Time, eh, my friends?
Oops. I need this one. There we go. I don't actually think Bear Daughter or Woolgraf were hurt, but, you know. Alright. Another save. Another save. Yeah, I do remember... I think I remember this, too, so I think I have been through all of this before.
The force field brims with 1,000 distant voices. They seem to be expecting some kind of incantation.
Oh, there's that sultry voice again, dude. I listened to her speak about anything. She could talk about the weather, and I would listen in like enraptured attention, if that's the way you say that. Anyway, speak the incantation you found among the defeated Immaculates.
The voices sound pleased, then grow distant and evanesce.
My god. She could, like, narrate anything. She could, like, read, like, legal terms at the bottom of a page, and I would listen just, like, super duper on board. Just like, absolutely. Just like, oh, please, tell me more about whatever, legal text. Literally anything. I want her voice to be, like, to be my texting noise, but, like, be like, you have a text. And I'll be like, oh my god, I'm so happy. Absolutely. Alright. Hey, man.
There thou art! The upstart that seeketh to upset the harmony of Hiberheim. Why hast thou ventured here, Avatar of Man? Why dost thou seek the downfall of Lord, nay, King Boreas, Sovereign of Winter?
I have come here in search of the elusive White Witch. The other one makes me laugh. I guess I just hate snow. Anyway, I have come here in search of the elusive White Witch.
So thou seeketh but another human, a worm of no import. But though thou tramplest through my realm and besiegest my fortress, thou shalt not have her!
So tell me, Boreas, what is it you have done to this realm of fairy?
Fairy, I have marcheth to the gallows, Hiberheim drawn forth from freeze and frost. How they mocketh me, my brother seasons. Thou art the ugliest quarter, they saith to my frozen face. Thou art the blemish of the year. Fool that thou art, my brothers! Winter is the jewel of the seasons. And now it is the ruler of time and Heim! Hiberheim!
How did you overcome your 3 siblings?
'Tis easy when thou hast but to wish upon a well, and the generous pit delivereth unto thee the power of chaos. It doth whisper, the demon straight into my wintry wit, and a woman he sendeth forth into the fields of Fairy. The stone of stars, no more doth she ask of me. The stone and blood of imps. In return she giveth unto me this staff, my siblings enslaved within. Strong are they, these Immaculates, stronger than thee, for thy wield the powers of darkest demons. And stronger than thee I am too, the lord of all the seasons, the ruler of all the elements, the one king of eternal winter!
Enough of this. Our battle has been a long time coming.
Aye, Avatar, aye! Thou hast traveled far and delveth deep into the heart of winter. But here thou shalt find thine end. Ice preserveth life and death, and in between the two thou shalt spend the ages in frost encased.
Here we go. Please don't freeze me turn 1 so I can react. Okay, that's fine. I knew he was gonna do that. That piece of shit. I knew he was gonna do that. It was like I had the force. Good lord.
A fine stroke of luck.
There you go, fam. That's for all of you. She doesn't have enough to do anything else, but that piece of shit. I knew he was gonna freeze Scarlet. I freaking knew he was gonna do that shit. Asshole. Alright. Your ice doesn't mean shit to Wolgraff, that's for sure. Alright, well, you have to kind of tank this until she can free. You know, until she can get all thawed next turn.
I strike with the full force of my
You know,
convictions.
we did try.
Now thou shalt have a taste, Avatar, of the cold, dead breath of Areus.
Like right on her head, dude. Good lord. Nice try. Nice whiff. Right. First thing we gotta do is get rid of him. Cool, thanks for showing up. She just one-shots him. Just gives him a spicy one-tap. Alright, now the question is... Blind a target, that might not be bad. Weaken a target, that sounds more useful. I don't think he'll bleed, I think he's made of ice. Blinding could be good, but I lean towards weaken. Well, you know, we tried. I didn't expect it to work, I just feel like I should try, you know? Get him, boy. Alright. She is free. Let's see, I think what we need is this.
Dragonkin Defender.
Let's go! Oh, what the frick is that thing? I didn't even realize that was an enemy, otherwise I would have targeted it. Weird. Okay. Let's see here. This is for you, pal. Burning! Get him! His regular attacks don't do a lot, but it's... If he can even take some fire for me, that'd be good. Okay, I think just shooting is gonna be her best bet. Okay. And sure, why not? We've already tried other things. You know. Expected nothing less. Right. And let's see. Alright. To a summon creature. Her regular attack does fire damage, though, so... Huh. It healed him all the same. Couldn't totally explain that. Oh, it's air damage. Right. Technically, it's only... Because it's whatever damage my staff does. So it's not always going to be fire damage. So I guess that kind of tracks. Otherwise, I'm not sure what else to do. Except for maybe this on, like... Wolgraff, maybe? Help him survive as he's getting targeted. Oh, I think he's healing him. Not helpful. Whiff. Luckily, he's having a hard time hitting Wolgraff. There we go, see? You know, that's a good thing. Okay. Otherwise, just keep shooting. Alright. People that are healing him, please stop. Okay. Just keep wailing on him, buddy. Ooh, fat crits from Gloric. Okay. Now, I think... A fireball would be good, but I don't really want to nail my own guys. Well, I don't know if this is wise. It's air damage, and didn't we just figure out that he's going to heal from that? I would like to get closer to use some touch abilities, but I also am not loving the idea of getting, like, really close, you know? I could give, like, an Oath of Desecration, considering I know Gloric is hurting him. There you go, buddy. Alright, yeah, so that is a damage boost, so that'll help. Earth damage could be good. But again, it's gonna drop oil, and I'm a little worried about hitting my allies with stuff, you know? Curses. Alright.
Damn thee, fiend! Upon the torrents of stars,
Whoa.
I call to burn thy body!
Whoa, suddenly he's using fire damage. Okay, maybe now suddenly it'll be good. Okay. Right. Thanks for showing up, bro. Alright, he still has the winged feet, so at the moment he's not in trouble from the fire, but that's not gonna last. Get him. Okay, well, upside. He's closer now.
Stitch in time, eh, my friends?
And then... maybe this, so he can't heal himself? Aw. Let's see here. I mean, we could try.
Can you hear
It
the
did heal
crackle
him,
of my
but he
power?
was stunned, so I feel like that might have been worth a tiny heal, you know? It's fine. He's having trouble hitting him. Alright, let's see here. There we go. She also sniped out that little thing behind it, too, so... keep going. Keep wailing on him. He's almost dead. There we go.
The time of your death
Let's
is
go.
at hand.
Hell yeah.
I needed that.
Alright, that's for you. Right, fell over immediately. Which I know is really gonna surprise you. Wait for it. Never gets old. Okay. This.
Out of the way! It's Lurian's turn. Well, I thought the day would never come. Thanks for giving old Carrot Face the great melt. We and the Earth Kingdom owe you a tremendous... what? Well, you'll have to wait your turn. Oh, for the love of all that's igneous, go ahead then, if it'll stop your owling.
Didn't actually mean to start a dialogue with anything. I was just trying to loot. Okay, he said, excuse me, but I've got to say my piece. I won't last another minute in this uncouth company. My left side's burnt to a crisp and my right reeks of moss. I'll begin searching for a way to break you free. I already know how to do it.
The Elemental Forge, hero. It's the only way.
Yes, thank you. Like I said, I already know how to do it.
The seven grant abundance!
I'll say. Alright. So, we learned that the staff, which contains the imprisoned seasons, can be destroyed in the Elemental Forge located in Hiberheim. If we manage to do this, the seasons will be free once more. We defeated King Boreas, who sanctioned the incarceration of his own siblings and the mass killing of his servant imps in pursuit of power. We have dethroned Hiberheim's tyrannical king, but Leandra still made off with her Starstone. Don't know why it says his. Boreas is dead, but his nefarious magic lingers. We still need to find a way to free Icara from her icy prison. So there you go. Now, so there's the staff. But we have some loot to look at. Alright, now is this a piercing damage? So it is a dexterity weapon, okay. Range precision, huh? Well, nothing else, that'll be a bear daughter thing, whether or not we use it. Okay, so Woolgraph got some new things. New possibilities, at least. Okay, so we have this one and this one, so... I think his is still better. It does a lot more stuff. At least better than that one. And that damage is a lot higher. Blinded and burning. It does a lot. This other one does a lot more piercing damage and it adds fire damage, but his current one does poison and water damage. And, well, plus his has chance, and that's kind of the biggest thing for him. So I feel like that's not really much of a contest. However, for this one, some of that could be good. Also, apparently, that's not identified. Anyway, but this one that could be certainly good. I think this one's already better. More piercing damage, which is Grando. I mean, you do lose your chance, though, but you gain dexterity, movement, and chance to set bleeding for a whole bunch of turns, so that could be good. And then this one I actually think is even higher. Yeah, damage-wise, it's even higher. Piercing damage, fire damage, regular damage. Doesn't have chance, though. That's the thing, is both of them kind of remove the chance bonus. But between the two of these... blinded and burning, though, that's pretty nice. I think it's better anyway, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think this one's better. Look at that. He's getting new toys already. Alright, now, what was the new sarong? Oh, it's like water and air resistance. Yeah, I'd be surprised if anyone else would prefer that. Yeah, I like what we got already for sure. Alright, so... we need to go to the Elemental Forge. The only question is... the nearest thing, I guess, is going to be the Lava Pit Shrine. Or Waypoint, whatever. Alright. Don't worry about that. It's fine, we can tank one. Let's go, people. Don't worry about all the... explosions and whatnot. Alright, I wanted to make sure we were headed the right way. This way, people. Right, ice, silly me. Alright. See you there, Scarlet. Nope. Alright, here we go. I got lots of characters, we can do this. Nope, alright, here we go. Fourth one. Nope, alright. Curse that ice for being so perfectly powerful enough to knock us all down. Alright. Anyway, despite my arch nemesis, the ice. Yeah, look at everyone getting healed. Because we're running over blood. Hang on. There we go. If you would just please kindly come with us. Alright, I guess you don't have the leech perk, I suppose. Okay. Alright. And before we turn it on, or whatever, we will definitely save it. Just in case. Heaven knows what'll happen. Heaven only knows. Beautiful. Alright, now I figure out what the hell to do with this. Now I imagine you would just plop it on inside, you know? Add.
Brother, sister, we are free. And who is this? Can it be that a frail mortal human faced and bested our own scheming Boreas? Ah, but this is no mortal, I see. Strange you take the guise of a source hunter. But I shall of course honor your chosen form. Indeed, I suppose I should have expected that one of your kind would snare our brother sooner or later. Boreas always did dance uncomfortably close to the dark arts. But I suppose the others of we elemental monarchs thought it better not to interfere in the affairs of his realm.
Sorry, I'm just checking text here. Okay, anyway.
No, like fools, we waited for his pride, his hunger for more and ever more power, to pull us from our own seats of safety and into his sordid storm. We and with us all the subjects of the realm of Fairy do owe you our lives, Source Hunter. If, no, not if, but when, we might be of assistance to you in this dimension, you must call upon me personally.
Who are you?
I am King Sewer of the Summit Kingdom of Calvia, brother, alongside the other elemental monarchs, to the unfortunate and insane Boreas. In earlier days, we ruled the 4 realms of Fairy in relative peace, each of us the master of our own kingdom. But something changed in Boreas. He grew darker somehow, more than was typical of his usual melancholy. We worried, yes, but chose not to intervene. Boreas was the Lord of Hiberheim, and it was his right to rule it as he pleased. When our brother called the elemental seats to convene in Hiberheim, we were ecstatic. Boreas seemed again interested in the joint rule of Fairy, in upholding the long-established diplomacy of our lands. When we arrived, however, it was not Boreas who greeted us, but a dark figure. A woman with a stare like blackest fire. In her staff she held a demonic power, the likes of which I've never felt. And as we were sucked into its depths, we thought we'd never see the light of Fairy again.
You say it was a woman who trapped you. What do you know about her?
I listened closely when I could to Boreas' doings. From what I could tell, it seems this woman had little contact with our deranged brother after the initial exchange of the staff. From what I could tell, the arrangement was thus. She gave him us, contained, and in return he gave her access to his great star stone, and scores of imps he'd invited to Hiberheim. After that, the two parted, and I heard little more of the woman. In his fits of madness, Boreas would sometimes bellow abuse about the demon woman. I can only assume he meant the same who trapped us.
I found the White Witch, but she's trapped in ice. Can you help me free her?
Source Hunter, it would be my sincerest honor. Take this rune, and use it to summon me when you're near the witch once more. If she can be extracted from Boreas' ice, I'll find a way to make it so.
Beautiful.
Settle that in it. We best be on our way then. The spring and autumn kingdoms won't rule themselves, you know. May our paths cross soon, Source Hunter.
Oh, there you go. Neato. Alright, now, we need to go to prison. Beautiful. And don't go downstairs, because there's something that would insta-kill us down there. Those little sentries would not be happy with us being nearby. However, we do know that going straight there is safe, so that's a good thing. Oh, Arhu, I have good news, my dude.
Damnation! Not even a crack!
Don't worry, my friendy.
There she is. The White Witch. A prisoner in ice.
Yes.
I wonder what sorcery, or worse,
I don't know
sorcery,
how long she'll
we'll
last
have to
within that
use
ice.
to get her out.
It's never gonna land, Gloric. We already made that pun. Anyway. Poof.
This is your White Witch, then. And you're sure you want to free her, are you? Even our mad Boreas wouldn't have wasted such precious ice on a petty criminal. Whatever she did to find herself here must have been rather severe indeed. But I am in your debt, and I would be remiss not to honor your request. Shield your eyes, Source Hunter. To melt ice of this refinement, I'll need to summon an equally rare flame.
This way, people. Haha!
Gods, it's colder than a witch's teat. How very callous of Leandra to inter her only sister in a barren tundra for eternity.
Sounds pretty cool.
Icara, you're all right? The ice, King Boreas, and your sister. What a frigid hell you've endured.
And yet not even a frigid hell like this could induce you to put on a shirt, could it, Ahu? My old friend. Surely I have you to thank for my salvation.
Hey, actually, you have me to thank.
That honor goes to a pair of talented source hunters, actually. If not for their efforts, I'd be quite uselessly prowling around your prison still.
At least someone said it.
Then perhaps I ought to address my savior directly. Source Hunter, is that the masquerade? Well, what a motley crew we are. Isn't there somewhere a bit warmer we might discuss matters?
What do you mean by masquerade? We are members of the Order of Source Hunters.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Do pardon me. I didn't mean to imply you were very clearly eternal beings in the guise of minor mortals. Not at all. Please, let's do carry on.
Alright, let's not be patronizing, okay? Alright, fair enough, she's right. We are more than just Source Hunters, but still. Anyway, are you the White Witch?
Oh, yes, I suppose I am. But I do prefer my given name. Icara, that is. Charmed. But I hope I haven't disappointed my own hero. Am I just as white and witchy as you'd hoped?
You're exactly what I hoped for, especially with that voice. Anyway, how'd you become imprisoned here?
First things first, Source Hunter. For my freedom, I owe you every imaginable thanks. My soul had withered in this prison, and I might not have survived much longer without your help. Now, about the culprits. My corrupted sister and the mad Winter King. When I realized exactly where, and to whom Leandra was consigning me, I was certain I'd never enjoy the sun's warmth again. But neither she nor I anticipated the Source Hunter. That was her mistake, and my blessing. I never would have imagined Leandra capable of dealing with the likes of Boreas, but she has changed into someone I hardly recognize anymore.
You stand accused of murdering the Sicilian High Counselor Jake. Sicilian, I don't know how to pronounce that.
I take no pleasure in the memory of that night. The thought of hurting anyone or anything is abhorrent to me. But in this case, I judged it necessary. If you've come this far, I trust you've learned that the Counselor was far from a humble civil servant. This doesn't excuse my behavior, but perhaps it can help to explain it.
Don't you worry. I certainly don't care that you murdered a bad guy, trust me. He was bad, he was evil, he deserved it. I don't care at all. Anyway, what happened on the night of Jake's murder? I'm just purely out of curiosity, not because I blame you for anything.
It's a sordid story, to be perfectly frank. Two sisters, a philanderous, treacherous wizard, death and mayhem. Are you sure you're interested in such things? The sparkle in your eye belies your better nature, Source Hunter. Now I know that it is your duty to get to the heart of this. And, in truth, the events of that night were but one part of a larger and much darker matter. A matter in which I'll dare to beg your assistance before we're through with one another. Now, that terrible night...
You guys ready? I think there's a cutscene for this part. Yes, there is. Here we go.
One night, as I slept, I had a sudden revelation. No dream, but a vision. My sister Leandra and my lover Zandalor. I didn't understand, but I recognized their location. Sicil's King Crab Inn. I arrived and looked through their window, but inside, everything was wrong. Leandra had fled, and Counselor Jake stood over the wizard, a knife in his hand and hate in his eyes. As I watched, he drove the dagger deep into Zandalor's heart, and I was too late to stop him. In that moment, I broke. I saw before me not a man, not even a beast, but evil incarnate. And I used Source to slay him. On the floor lay Zandalor. In my hands, I held Jake's life force. I had sworn never to use Source, but I couldn't walk away. And so I did the unthinkable. I used the Counselor's life to save Zandalor's. He was alive, but only just. Betrayal. Murder. Source. We were all of us guilty now. If you were any other Source Hunter, I suppose you'd strike me down where I stand after that terrible admission. Fortunately for us both, you are no other Source Hunter.
Oh, well, no harm done. Don't worry about it. I don't blame you at all. Like, that makes total sense to me. Jake killed Zandalor, he died for it. Used his life force to bring Zandalor back. You know, so he totally deserved it, no harm done. You know, hey, I washed my hands of it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, tell me more about Leandra.
My own little sister, if you can imagine it. She was always the more ambitious, the more exacting of us. And she had no fear of the darkness that so often accompanies Source.
Also, can I say, hot? Icara is, like, so pretty, dude.
Her collusion with King Boreas in imprisoning me here confirms my worst fears. She is planning something far greater than I could have anticipated.
Not even counting her voice, obviously, which by itself, boy, intoxicating.
For this reason, and with a heavy heart, I must ask you, Source Hunter, to find out how far exactly Leandra has become entwined in the dark arts. I hate to extend my own invitation, Source Hunter, but I believe I ought to accompany you to Zigzax's hideout. Presumptuous, yes, but I'd recognize the imp's essence just about anywhere. Both he and you must learn more about the darkness that has extended itself into our dearest Rivellon. And I believe I know where we must begin. Ah, but unless that's a bear flailing through the threads of time, I do believe Master Zigzax is on his way. Make way, Source Hunter, landing in 3, 2...
Poof.
Hunters, you've done it! Icara is free! Ah, what good it does my impish heart to see her safe and bright as ever! We have much to discuss. Come one and all to the end of time. A spot of something warm with the soft glow of the tapestry ought to do us all a bit of good,
Hell yeah.
You are, Icara. Now, if we're done playing hide and seek, let's not waste a jot more time. Oh, I just can't wait to pick your every synapse.
After you, Master Zigzax.
Oh, hey.
We've solved the murder and caught the culprit, yet this case feels anything but closed.
Oh, hell no. I'm so not gonna like nail her to the wall for that.
There's more to this crime than simple fact. Killing a killer is hardly the same as killing an innocent, after all.
We'll have to learn more before we can assess Icara's true guilt in this matter. Fortunately, she seems quite eager to tell us more about this entire dark affair.
Absolutely. No harm done, man. You killed a killer. He was a bad dude. He deserved it. No, you know, like, hey, that's his cut. It's cut and dry. All right, well, let's go to the end of time and talk with our steadfast allies, and you know, see what's going on with them, huh? Great progress on the episode, though. Man, we've been so productive. All right, this way, fam. This way. All right. Hello, my squad of fans and friends and whatnot. What's up, guys? Hello.
Why, I see Master Zigzax has upgraded from his shabby little hut at the edge of the hour. From the fairy dimension to the, space-time weaver hunter imp one. What do you call this place again?
This is our homestead on the shelter plane at the end of time.
Ha! Is that so? It seems I have my share to learn about the magical world yet. The end of time. Well, suddenly your association with Master Zigzax makes sense. Well, I must say, It's no small relief to find myself in a safe haven among such allies.
Absolutely. Let's start from the beginning. How is your sister involved with the dire happenings around Rivellon?
I believe the answer to that begins centuries ago, when your order was still cutting down so-called dark magicians by the dozens.
Hey, I am like really on the fence whether my order is even a good thing, okay? Like, look, they're probably good, but to be fair, I don't think a blanket statement of just cutting people down. It's a fine line, you know what I mean? Very easy to corrupt and do the wrong thing. So I'm barely on board with them at all, okay? So don't you worry, I'm on your side.
Ours was a family of born sorcerers, you see. It was in our blood to interact with Source. But our parents were determined to curb the power within us. Still, their meekness wouldn't save them from the Source Hunters.
You mean someone of our own order killed your parents?
They came on a quiet morning. My mother was wild with fright and commanded me to hide myself and Leandra outside, among the trees. Even at that young age, we knew not to question her. We climbed high into the branches of a nearby tree, and before we could look away, our parents were cut down without ceremony before our door. The Source Hunters sauntered away, wiping their blades with pride. 2 more sorcerers dead, a job well done.
Hey, I'm with you, man. That was totally wrong. What became of Leandra and yourself?
From that moment on, everything was different. As we trembled in that tree, our fear and our desperation were so potent that the magic within us began to weave together. Our souls became forged together, our bond unbreakable. We would survive, thrive even, within those woods, never speaking to outsiders. Our soul forge meant that if one of us were to die, the other would instantly perish too. We kept one another close. Leandra's capacity was enormous. Source didn't frighten her, and she delved into that dark well with terrible regularity. I did my best to guide her, but she fast outgrew my admonitions.
Tell me what happened between yourself, Leandra, and the wizard.
My sister and I were mired in a solitary existence, witches among the trees when Zandalor came. Leandra especially couldn't leave him be. He was a feast of information, and she wouldn't rest until she'd absorbed every bit of knowledge he offered. Their days were spent on charms, hexes, and the like. At night, Leandra would wander off to practice what she'd learned, and Zandalor and I would settle into our quiet tasks, side by side. We were a content trio, the 3 of us, but base impulse would undo us.
What do you mean by base impulse?
As you know, Leandra and I were soul-forged. This offered us a window into one another's souls. I knew Leandra had developed feelings for Zandalor, and she knew I had too. But it was me to whom he confessed his love. Those quiet evenings together had captured his heart, as they had mine.
Boy, like, that doesn't help to not complicate things. Yikes.
Her heart broke the moment we announced our new attachment, and I felt the pain of it as sharply as a knife. She fled, without a word, and I didn't see her for 2 terrible years. My connection to her, our soul forge, grew weaker. It was as though some third entity, a parasite, were atop our souls, sucking the strength from it day by day.
So here's the thing. I do want to say this because I'm curious to see what it says, but I'm also a little worried that it's going to be like, you know, you're evil just because you're a sorcerer. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't love that idea, so we'll see.
I am. But there is more to our kind than they teach at your academy. Source isn't only blood and madness. It's like lightning, an exquisite current of great power.
I totally see it, totally agree.
We sorcerers are like metal steeples. Source is drawn to us, and it flows through us. But what so many fail to understand is that Source can be controlled. The power-drunk through history have abused it, and all the world's sorcerers have borne terrible consequences.
What consequences do you mean?
Tell me, Source Hunter, in all your hours studying the arcane arts, did your great masters ever suggest that perhaps not all sorcerers were evil?
They don't, and I've been saying that all along. Totally agree with you.
Did you ever hear, even once, that some of us were weak and gentle, That we could be simple forest folk healing the sick and frozen each winter.
Never heard that, but I absolutely see it.
No. I doubt also that they'd mention that one day this hunt of yours would birth a broken soul powerful enough to inch all of Rivellon toward oblivion.
You mean to blame Leandra's doings on we Source Hunters?
No. No, that would be going too far, and eschewing my own responsibility. I believe Leandra's long fall down did begin at the hands of some of your own order, but it was I who sparked all of this.
So here's the thing, I don't think just being like a Source Hunter makes you automatically evil, just like I don't believe being a Sorcerer automatically makes you evil. It very much, I think, depends on the individual. You know, like Icara has chosen to be a good person. You know what I mean? Like, just like any Source Hunter could choose to be a good person or not. Like, it comes down to the individual, like, and I don't think that, you know, a blanket statement of Sorcerers are evil or Source Hunters are evil just because. You know what I mean? Just as a default. You know what I mean? And so that's 100%. I think it's up to the individual to be a good person or a bad person or whatever, but it's nothing to do, I think, with their order or their ability to use Source or not. I don't think that's just it. You know what I mean? Anyway, is there no redeeming your sister?
I believe that our soul forge has been damaged. By what? I can only guess. The fraying of the bond between us has left Leandra adrift in a well of sorrow she truly believes will never end. What she needs is a hand. My hand, out of this abyss. If our soul forge is repaired, I am certain she'll cease blazing this path of destruction.
Here's the thing. So, what's funny is I told Bear Daughter earlier, like, nope, like, break her spine, like, forget about her, or whatever. But here's the thing. I mean, and I just said that just because I didn't know what to say, and in hindsight, I should have said the opposite of, like, been more forgiving. Here's the thing, because I will absolutely, if there's an option somewhere down the road, and then keep in mind, I don't know this at all, I'm just wondering, spitballing here. But if there is some kind of option to save Leandra, to keep Icara alive, I'll absolutely do it. Absolutely, I will do it to save Icara's life, because if one of them dies, the other one's gonna die too. And so yes, maybe I'll kill Leandra, but Icara will die too, and I really like her, and I like her a lot. And so if it means saving Icara, I will absolutely save Leandra if that's an option down the road. Anyway, let's discuss the Soul Forge between you and Leandra.
I cannot condone the terrible things she's done, but I can seek to understand them. With our soul forge in such tatters, I believe Leandra is adrift in the not at all inconsiderable sorrows of our lives. What's more, I sense a terrible force bearing down upon the bond between us. It is hungry, and it consumes ever more of Leandra's mind and soul. I cannot say exactly what this force might be, but I'm certain it's both driving me out and driving Leandra on. If I could only repair the forge, I'm certain she'd put a stop to this madness.
What's next? How do we stop Leandra?
We've a single order of business first and foremost. Leandra is gathering an army, and I fear we'll have to get through it if we wish to find her. But first, we must learn more about Leandra's plans. How many of these so-called Immaculates does she have in her palm, and to what end is she directing them? Your journey must begin in the Lakula Mines, where she has been accumulating materials and manpower for a purpose as yet unknown. The way will be dangerous. Her allies are growing more powerful and numerous by the minute, but we must discover exactly what Leandra is planning and why.
What can you tell me about infiltrating the mines?
A soul forge comes with its own benefits, Source Hunter. Though our connection has weakened, I still see the occasional vision of Leandra's doings, the pangs of her deepest felt emotions, and flashes of her triumphs. One vision. I had thought it was only a nightmare, but now I see it was something much worse. Leandra is collecting materials, precisely what, I cannot say, and is hard at work shaping them into something sinister. Her frustrations are rivaled only by her mirth. I can see she's growing closer and closer to achieving something dire. You must make your way deep into the mines to see exactly what she's planning.
Let's discuss the mines.
The way may be treacherous, but you must get inside. I fear my sister is doing something dreadful so far from the light of day.
Ah. Well, there we go.
Our heroes have chosen fine vessels for their return. Mere humans, I'd have said but a little while ago, and yet they've managed to bring us together across space and time.
Space, time, and a frigid prison wasteland.
Now that you mention it, what did you do to Leandra to earn her icy ire, Icara?
Leandra and I have had our differences, but she herself would never have sent me to that frozen hell. Something or someone has taken hold of her. I'm sure of it.
I agree. Alright. So, fantastic. Fantastic. We'll check up on all of our log in just a second. Once we get to over there, because we have lots of things to sell and things to repair, no doubt. So lots to do on that front. So yeah, once again, our objective points to the Lakula Mines. We already had a little objective to go down there, but that would be where the next part of the story, I imagine, must unfold. Now, looking at this. So, Forge of Souls. Icara asked us to look for a way to repair her soul forge with Leandra, though where exactly we might find such information remains unknown. And then a Source Hunter's Journey. Icara told us we must investigate Leandra's activities and told us where to begin. Also, apparently, backstory. Let's see. This day Source Hunters killed the parents of Leandra and Icara was the day their souls were forged together. They were very close as sisters, but the introduction of Zandalore into their family tore them apart. When next Icara saw Leandra, she had become the conduit. And then this one. Icara has sent us to investigate the Lakula Mines for evidence of her sister's doings. So that is currently our objective, is the Lakula Mines. And, but that's good, because that means now we have, like, cleared Hiberheim and all that, so now we know going forward is the way we're supposed to go now. So, now we know. Which is grand. But yeah, we have things to sell and look at and all that stuff. So, don't think there's anything crazy here. So, we have things to send back to the homestead before we do anything else. All of these, for instance. And I don't know what this is for, so we'll just send that to the homestead. And this is the bypass the force field, send that to the homestead. We already looked at that, send that to the homestead. We'll send the Tormented Souls. I don't know what they're for, but they're very valuable, so they must be important or something. And someone picked up armor potions, send those to Gloric. Magical armor, sure, send that to Wolgraf. Let's see here. Earth Resistance, send that to Bear Daughter, just to divvy up some of these potions a little bit. Send that to Wolgraf, send that to Gloric. Okay. A little easier. Alright, now, we can sell a lot of my goodies and make a whole bunch of money.
Don't scuttle away before you've tried some of the ocean's finest bounty. How many crab claws would you like? 3? 11?
So much money.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
I don't know. I don't think she's going to have the kind of money we need to finish this. The stuff I have is worth a lot of money. Okay. She's broke. Next vendor.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Let's see. Anyone else? Nope. She's broke. Next one.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Hey, are you the guy with money?
What are ye staring
No.
at? Captain
Nope,
Jackson.
not him. Hang on a minute. What was that?
What are ye staring at? Those scallywags heard there be silver in the Lakula Mines, and they abandoned ship like the lily-livered turkeys they are. Haven't seen them since the day we docked.
Oh, fascinating. Anyway.
How lovely
he is the
to
guy.
see you again,
Lovely.
haver of the beautifully shaped shoulders.
Thank you, guy. Alright. Oh, hey.
How lovely to see you
You wouldn't happen
again,
to want to repair...
haver of the beautifully shaped shoulders.
Right, you're not that guy. Okay. Hey, oh, hey. How about you, lady? Can you repair things?
Dearest customer, I've
Yup.
never seen an aura so plagued by ether. Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you.
Lovely. Thanks, madam. Alright. Silverglen. Perfect. That'll be such a perfect place to call it. Man, that timing could not have worked out better than that. Lovely. Alright, we repaired all the stuff, we sold all the crap we needed to sell, cleared out the inventory much more, cleared out our potions a lot more. Fantastic. Absolutely lovely. Alright. So, great progress. We did manage to save Icara, which is awesome. And we got lots of on the back. We got a lot more backstory, which is great. We have a new direction, which is the Lakula Mines. And it's in those mines that there is something terrible inside. Regular enemies that are very scary. And I know what they are, but I don't remember how to beat them. And so I don't totally know what's going to happen there, so that'll be something to discover. But more than just in the mines, of course, we have a lot of dark spots of the map, as you can see. Quite a bit. We have lots of dark spots of the map. But now that we're another level since the last time, I do wonder if we are leveled enough to go through this route right here. To get past those Immaculates, because they would let us pass before, but they're like, you know, you're a little underleveled or whatever. Well, now I think they were level 13, and now I am too. So now that we're leveled the same as them, maybe they'll be like, oh, you'll be fine. And so maybe now we're good to go. Which I imagine story-wise, I imagine we probably are. And so we will probably be in next episode, probably be heading into this side of things, because we need to get into the Lakula Mines. We also need to get through this trial dungeon and stuff, look into that. There's the Goblin Village over here. There's lots of stuff to do, but we'll be exploring more of Lakula Forest when we come back, now that we are much higher level and we're doing really, really good. So I'm going to get this edited right meow, and then I'll get that uploading, and then while it's uploading, I will be recording the next part of If My Heart Had Wings. That one I'm hopeful should be a normal length one, unlike yesterday's episode, which was shorter. Hopefully that's true. And, yeah, and I think that should be everything. Anyway, that is going to call for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later.